About 850,000 water bottles sold at Walmart are being recalled after customers report being struck in the face with the lid, causing some to permanently lose their vision. The lid of the Ozark Trail 64-ounce stainless steel insulated water bottles can forcefully eject, causing serious impact and laceration hazards, according to the Consumer Product Safety Commission. The regulatory agency said this occurs when people attempt to open the cap bottles after food, carbonated beverages, or perishable beverages have been stored inside over time. Walmart has received 3 reports from people who were injured when struck in the face by the lid that was forcefully ejected from those bottles upon opening. 2 of them suffered permanent vision loss after being struck in the eye, according to the recall notice. The bottles are manufactured in China and imported by California-based Olympia Tools, International Inc. and Walmart Inc. They are sold exclusively at Walmart. The product can be identified by its model number, which is located on the product package, and the stainless steel bottles are silver and have a black one-piece screw cap lid. You know, when I first heard this story, I actually thought it was some water that people were drinking and it like messes with them or whatever. Just kind of observing you read like a headline and you don't really pay that much attention to it, and then you'll click on it later to get the full tale. So what I can gather here is that when people are drinking this out of this water bottle, they put something in there. There's some pressing of the upper part of it that causes the lid to propel forward, and if they're like leaning down or kind of like looking at it, just hit them in the face. What I really wanted to address more so than the recall were the reactions to it. This person says, and it's like I want to kind of just read this as an example. Don't recall because someone has no common sense. It's called natural selection. Another one writes, anyone who puts carbonated or perishable liquids in a sealed container are nominees for the Darwin Awards. And then someone else says, who the blank buys these overpriced, cheap blank water bottles in the first place? I mean, they're ugly, blank, and expensive, but built cheap. If I knew I could sue for a couple million for eye injury, I'd have bought one too. Damn, me always buying strong American products. So what I thought was so crazy is that people are actually getting like insulting those who have been struck in the face with this thing, and this goes back to like the whole reason I call it a rotten society, because like I'm not someone that uses water bottles. I tend to drink water out of the container that it comes in, right? The little water bottles that they're packaged in, and I at one point had a tumbler which I was going to use when I was like on the road or whatever, and that's when I started finding out that all the fast food places were basically phasing out free refills, which completely defeated the purpose of like going into one of them and getting a refill, and you're driving again. But even as someone who would in almost no circumstance be affected by this, or even be put in a position where this would be something that occurs, you don't feel like there's something wrong with like just people hearing about, oh, there's a product that has caused permanent eye injury, right? Vision loss, because when someone presses down on it, the thing hits them in the face, and they're just like, well, it's called natural selection, and who opens a water bottle by looking at it? It's like, well, sorry that this person looked at the thing they were opening. It's amazing, man. Every time there's like something screwed up about a product, because theoretically they could release a water bottle that doesn't have that kind of cap on it, and it would, presumably no longer have this issue. But anytime there's a product that has some deficiency where there's like multiple people, hey, we were hurt by this, and we were hurt by this in a serious way, they're just like, well, you should have known better than to put this in there. You should have known better than to look directly at the product you were using when you opened. I mean, I don't know why people despise each other so goddamn much. Like, this isn't even a thing of, I went and bought this item and bought this food and it like cost too much, or I didn't know, I didn't think to like look and see what. This is literally, I bought something, it injured me in a serious and presumably, as far as the story is concerned, permanent way, and it's getting recalled so it doesn't injure more people, and they're like, well, they're just too stupid to use it properly. So I'm more interested in this story from the standpoint of it shows you, I mean, first of all, just how deficient some of these products are, but secondly, just how deficient some of the people are, where they can be so antagonistic towards, like, these are serious injuries that have been procured from this device, or I guess tool, whatever you want to call it, beverage container, and they're just not receptive to any acknowledgement of the fact that this might not have been a good thing to have happened. So people just, they really make me sick sometimes.